Aloha! Welcome to part 3 of Mega Man Zero, and we just reached the boss of the Destroy Train mission. Equip your Thunder Chip now, because it is weak to it. Basically, it's a gigantic machine that shoots flamethrowers, and occasionally moves to flame you with it. He shoots two short flames, one short, two short, and then he goes big, long blast flame. And then the room will actually have platforms that lift up, and the spikes will come out from the ceiling, and you want to get out of the way of those, as well as the fire. But really, if you have the Thunder Chip, you can take this guy down pretty goddamn quickly. If you got experience for your Z-Saber and Z-Buster, you can just charge up the shots, and you should be able to take him down pretty easily. Not much of a struggle. I really appreciate your help. Booyah! I'm a warrior! Thanks to you, the abducted Cyber Elf has been saved, and the enemy's supply route has been cut off. Thank you very much, Zero. We owe all of this to you. The Cyber Elf you rescued is only a child, but she is a unique Cyber Elf and will learn an awesome ability when she grows up. Raise her with love and care. I wonder if she's the same Cyber Elf that becomes a important baby in part 2 and 3. But I digress. The next mission we're going is, I think, collect data. I wasn't looking. The enemies must be trying to obtain it before you do. Go and retrieve it before it's too late. Yes, retrieve data. Basically, you have to go back to the laboratory where CL found you, except now they've added some slightly new developments, including some electric laser spinning devices. They hurt, so you're going to have to watch where you walk, and jump, and dash, and do stuff I'm not doing. Once again, I'm going in a correct order so that I have all the weaknesses of the bosses, so that I don't have a hard time playing the game. The boss in this level is also weak against the Thunder Chip, hence why I'm doing this level. It's always a good idea to make the game easier for yourself, and the Zero series I don't consider very easy. Not unless you have all your Cyber Elves used anyway. If you have your Cyber Elves used, you're gonna have like a huge health bar, 2 sub-tanks, double health bar by the way. Not only a full health bar, but a double health bar. I mean, you can be really impossible to beat if you used all the Cyber Elves. Even your defense goes up. So, huge health bar, double health bar, defense, which makes it half damage. I mean, do the math. I only used 2 Cyber Elves in this whole game, and I didn't need them that badly. Because this game's strategy is pretty simple, I thought. Nevertheless, I don't know if you've been noticing, but if you kill a certain number of enemies, like a certain number of types of enemies, they will eventually drop a Cyber Elf. And that's always good. And hey, we're already at the boss. My name is Maha Ganshrif. I'm in charge of data processing and handling information. All of the information you had been stored in the server is in my body. If you want it back, you'll have to destroy me and download it from my memory. Will you do it? This elephant can take your health down pretty damn quickly if you don't know what you're doing. When he rolls around, just politely jump over him. Every time I try to dash jump, I always seem to screw it up. On the left of the boss fight is a Cyber Elf container. You might want to get that because as soon as he dies, you can't reach it again for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. You can actually cut the string when he's swinging around like a wrecking ball, something I didn't realize till much later. But you can still dash under it when he tries to land on you. Time your hits well and make sure he's not kicking your ass. Good advice, no? The self-destruct system has been activated, Zero. You have to evacuate now! Yeah, so basically the building is falling apart. Get the hell out of there, dash as much as you can. All of the doors and the purple walls will close on you, just cuz. And you have to destroy them real quick. Luckily the enemies aren't still around. That would be retarded. This is why maximizing your Z-Saber really helps here. Because if you're just doing normal slashes, it can get a bit hairy in this part. Having a triple slash especially helps. 0-0! Thank goodness. You are alive. I'm sorry we got you involved in this. I await your return to the Resistance base. Woo! Now I'm a speedster? Make up your mind, game. Am I a warrior, a speedster, or what? We have analyzed the data you retrieved, but most of the data is damaged and useless. The good news is that we can restore the information on your weapon. If you want to know about it, ask our engineer named Servo. I'm sorry that the mission ended poorly, but we hope you will continue to help us. How did it end poorly? I got what I wanted. Regardless, if you head down to the basement area where Servo is, he indeed will give you a new weapon, which is swell, and I love it. Zero, you came just in time. Look at this. It's a weapon called the Triple Rod. You can attack in any of the 8 directions. It requires some technique, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. So basically, he gave us the Triple Rod. It's a lawn staff type weapon, and you can swing it in any direction you want. Up, diagonally, down. You could even like jump up above enemies and hit them downwards as you fall. So I decided to gain some experience for it. Luckily, you don't have to watch it. But after a long playthrough, I eventually got it. In the same area I was just training in, I decided to climb up here and notice a Cyber Elf. This thing can pass through walls, which is so damn helpful, and I got the Cyber Elf here. Heading to the right, you go back to the transporter, and I decided to go back to the lab where Zero was found, where we just defeated Maha Gan Sharif, or whatever the hell his name is. All of the Maverick names in this game are really stupid, I just gotta be honest. They're all terrible, and I can't remember any of them for the life of me. They should just come up with simple names, because all of them are just retarded. But if you go up, all of a sudden now there's an open hole on the right here, thanks to the collapsing of the whole building. And up here's a Cyber Elf. Use the Triple Rod to smash it open. I know you apparently can dash jump in there if you try hard enough, but I've never been able to do it, and screw it. Anywho, back to the missions. I'm not going to be using the Triple Rod all that much because I prefer the Z-Saber personally. Now we're going to do the Occupy Factory mission. If we could use the abandoned factory, we could generate the energy, but the boss guarding the factory is too strong for us to gain control of it. Will you destroy the boss for us? Sure, why not? These blue enemies here have a big shield in front of them, so you're going to have to wait until you get behind them, or wait until they turn around, because eventually they will turn around, and just slash the hell out of them. They're fairly easy to dodge, though. If you head to the right of the level where I should be going, well actually I'm not where I should be going, but if you head to the right of the level where I'm not going, you'll actually find an area that is covered with security alarms, and if you don't get through in time, they'll actually gas you out or something. I don't know if it was gas you out or just explode, but it's a pretty ridiculous Metal Gear Solid type stealth section. So going up through this vent area is the only safe way to make this level a lot more bearable. And now comes probably my least favorite platforming section of the game. You got these flying robots carrying lumber, I guess, and you've got welding machines. I don't know what they're doing since they can't reach anything. But it just gets really annoying when you have to keep jumping from lumber to lumber, as well as climbing up to these high platforms to get Cyber Elves, and like, the only time you can see the lumber on the Game Boy Advance is if you're like really hanging low on the wall, and you could barely see it, and you might fall off, and I've always screwed up the jumps in this area so much. I hate this place. It's just awful for platforming. And you have to do this place quite a bit, too. But I'll see you in part 4.